Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Today's show presented by Manscaped. It's spooky season. Don't spook your girl by not trimming downstairs when, things get a little bit frisky at night. Use promo code BEARS20 at manscaped.com to get the best men's grooming products out there and stay nicely shaved downstairs with Manscaped. All right, coming up later on in the show, are the Bears going to trade another big piece after moving on from Robert Quinn? We will find out next Tuesday at the trade deadline, or before then potentially, but we will explore that and who that player is later on in the show. Also, our sub-battle continues with the Cowboys report. It's close. We have 108 new subscribers this week. They've got 98 new subscribers. Hey, they're closing in on us. We took the lead, but now they've closed in. Help us out. Subscribe to the channel. Daily videos here on Chicago Bears Now. And we play those SOBs on Sundays. So let's beat them off the field, and then we'll beat them on the field, and it's going to be a glorious, glorious day. All right, let's get to the nuts and bolts of the show. Is Riley Reiff going to start on Sunday? Certainly appears that way. Larry Borom in the concussion protocol, hasn't practiced this week, missed yesterday's practice, didn't practice today. Kind of how the concussions go nowadays. It's very rare to get a concussion on Sunday, or in this case Monday, and play the next week. I fully expect Reiff to start on Sunday. I guess if Borom clears tomorrow, there's a chance, but I think they will end up rolling with Riley Reiff, which means he will be the right tackle this week. We know Sam Mustipher is going to start at center because Lucas Patrick is on IR. This is going to be a challenge. And we'll explore why it's going to be a challenge here in just a little bit. But why don't you predict it for us? Who's going to start at right tackle Sunday? Type LB for Larry Borom, type RR for Riley Reiff. I think it'll be Riley Reiff. That's just my prediction. I just am basing this on how concussions kind of go now with the advanced medical science and how, quickly people can turn around after concussions. I think it's Riley Reiff. I'm typing my RR down below. And this is going to be a big test for this group. It was already going to be for this offensive line because the Cowboys flat out get after it in the front four. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's been doing it for a long time. He's a stud at run defender. He's a good pass rusher. Dorrance Armstrong's one of the most improved pass rushers in the NFL. Micah Parsons might be the best defensive player, period, in the NFL. If I'm Dallas, I'm putting him on Riley Reiff the whole game. Now, I will say, playing Reiff might not be that bad because the last couple weeks, Larry Borom's probably been the weakest link on the offensive line if you take Sam Mustipher out of the equation. But actually, when Mustipher came back this past Monday night against New England, he was not the weak link. Borom was the one guy getting beat consistently. Now, he was going up against Matthew Judon, but going up against Micah Parsons, that's not going to get any easier. So maybe Reiff, a veteran, has a chance to hold up a little bit over there. I would expect some chipping from Cole Kmet and other tight ends as well. Blocking is going to be a challenge. I mean, let's just be honest. It could be. It likely will be. I will say that's where having a very dynamic and mobile quarterback gives you a chance, right? More designed runs, Luke Getsy. Get him on the edge. Allow Justin Fields to use his mobility in a game where he really, really needs to. So I expect more of the same in the game plan this week that we saw on Monday against New England, maybe even more improvising from Justin Fields. You look a little bit more at the injury report, not much more to see. Lucas Patrick officially on IR today. He's going to miss 4 games. We talked about Borom. He's got that concussion. He didn't practice. I don't think he'll play. Armin Watts, personal issue. Hopefully he's good to go. I thought he played pretty well last week for the first time in a while on Monday night. And you need as many defensive linemen as possible now that Robert Quinn is out of the mix. Lucas Patrick, like I said, officially placed on injured reserve, which is a bummer because we've been waiting all year for him to play center. And he plays 2 series at center, and he's done for at least a month. So that's just kind of the battle right now for this offensive line. A lot of shuffling, but you got to be ready. You got to stay ready. Riley Reiff, he gets the chance this week most likely. Sam Mustipher, give the guy credit, plugged in and played well after getting benched. Hopefully he's able to do the same this week. It's spooky season, and like I said, don't spook your girl when, you're getting frisky in the bedroom, the shorts come off, and it's the Amazon. No, you got to keep it trimmed down there. Keep the beard up here, no beard downstairs. The performance package from Manscaped is going to keep you nicely trimmed everywhere. Downstairs with the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker going to trim your nose and ear hairs. You get the comfortable boxers, you get the ball toner, the ball deodorant. It all comes in a travel case, and you can get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. That is manscaped.com with promo code BEARS20. Check the comments, check the description. They will get you taken care of today. Manscaped.com, promo code Bears20. All right, some other roster notes from Bears PR here. They mentioned the Lucas Patrick to IR. They've also made a practice squad swap here. They've signed defensive lineman Gerri Green and released wide receiver Reggie Roberson, from the practice squad. He didn't last long, just a couple of weeks here. Ryan Poles continuing to shuffle on this practice squad. That's where the 16-man P squad kind of helps you evaluate. You get a couple extra players out there. 2019 6th-round pick, 6'4", 250 out of Mississippi State, has done virtually nothing in the NFL. He's bounced around practice squads, but you're a little thin at edge all of a sudden, right? You look at defensive end with Robert Quinn out of the mix. You got Dom Rubb, Travis Gibson, Al-Qadim Muhammad, who's starting to play a little better. That's nice to see. Kingsley Jonathan in the mix now. He's been a healthy scratch. He could be a guy who's active on game days now, and this edge position is a bit thin right now. So there could be some weeks where you have to elevate a guy or two from the practice squad, may have to scour that free agent market. Obviously, Robert Quinn wasn't playing fantastic this year, but you trade a guy like that, it does hit your depth more than anything else. And kudos to the Bears for tweeting this out today. Thank you, Rob. A couple cool little graphic edit there. That's pretty cool from the Bears social media team. That was nice to see. He did a lot of good here. He was a leader for this team. Alan Williams said if there were more guys like Robert Quinn, the NFL and just the world as a whole would be in a better place, be easier to work in an environment with guys like that. So kudos to him. We all wish him the best in Philadelphia. He actually said today, Daniel Greenberg tweeted this out, that he was shocked when he found out that the Bears traded him, and he said he loved his time in Chicago. And that resembles what he said in training camp, because remember all the offseason rumors? He wants out. He wants to get traded, and he came up there and said, I don't want to get traded. I want to be here. I have not requested a trade. This is my home. I want to be a Chicago Bear, but he also said he knows the business. He's been traded before multiple times, and now he's been traded again. So round of applause to Robert Quinn. Show the man some love. Type 94 in the comments, and also let us know, do you like the Robert Quinn trade? Were you a fan of it? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I understand it. I'm good with it. I think a fourth is honestly better value than I would have expected based on how he's played this year. But I will miss him. Robert Quinn was a good personality on this team, a great player, especially last year. So good for him. Hopefully he gets to chase high success in Philadelphia over the next couple of years. Now the question is, will Roquan Smith be next? CBS Sports says Bears should go ahead and move Roquan as well after parting with Robert Quinn. Here's Cody Benjamin of CBS Sports. He says, now that they've done what they should have done months ago in dealing Robert Quinn, it's time to auction off his running mate in the front seven, who was visibly saddened by Quinn's Wednesday departure. Yes, Smith is the heart of their D, but he's headed for 2023 free agency and probably ready for greener pastures, and he'll surely collect an even bigger haul for Chicago's rebuild. Now, what I will say from that write-up, while there's some good points, a couple things. One, Bears have $125 million in projected cap space. They can pay him if they want to. And two, the sentence of he's probably ready for greener pastures, that's actually a misconception. Yes, Roquan requested a trade, but not because he doesn't want to be in Chicago. He didn't get the contract offer he wanted from Ryan Poles. He wants to be a Bear. He just wants to get properly paid. So I don't think it's necessarily get me the hell out of here. He's playing for a reason. He's betting on himself, and I think ideally he would get paid by the Bears. Now, this is a tricky one for me because you have a ton of cap space, but you got needs, especially on offense. I would not trade Roquan before the deadline unless it's a huge offer for a couple of reasons. One, you got extra money now to pay Roquan if you want to. If you don't pay him, really the only reason is you don't think he's worth paying. That's number one, and that's up to Ryan Poles and his staff to figure out. Number two, you can tag and trade him in the offseason. So it's not like if you missed the boat on this deadline, Cody Benjamin says, oh, well, he's set for 2023 free agency. They're going to tag Roquan. Like, if they keep him, they will tag him. Now, maybe they tag and trade him, or they tag him and he plays under the tag next year, whatever the case may be. But the Bears still have control at this point in time. So unless you're overwhelmed with an offer like a first-round pick and maybe more, I'm probably keeping him through the deadline because I think there's still value in having him this year, even if you've decided as an organization that you want to move on from him after this year, which I don't think the Bears have decided that. So type your votes. Would you trade Roquan Smith for a first-round pick? I don't think I'd take less than that before the deadline. In the offseason, I'd maybe take less. Maybe I'd take a second for a tag and trade. But right now, I think I need a first. Type T for trade or type K for keep. Let me know what you would do down in the comments section. All right, appreciate everybody for clicking on today's show. We'll have a couple of videos Friday and Saturday to keep you in the loop with everything surrounding this football team. So hit that sub button, turn on the notification bell. I am your host, Harrison Graham, and we will see you soon here on Bears Now.